interwebs. I'm on my way to Mom's house. Go dig up some more plants. Hopefully the van doesn't blow up like the truck did the last time I went to go do this. I'm gonna get them all back home, get some planting done. Hopefully I don't die in the hot sun. I don't know. Bear with me. Stand by.
6.5 hours later.
Well, interwebs, I got a bunch of plants, and I meant to film some of it, but I got so wrapped up in digging and running out of breath and sweating and swatting mosquitoes, I forgot to film. So here we're looking at 3 different varieties of lilies. Now I'm gonna see if I can get some advice on placement, get a better idea how we'll put them around to make them look good. Also, Hope from the Green Cove Facebook group, one of my neighbors, called and said she got some queen palms and wanted to know if I wanted some. I love queen and palms, but they're expensive, so I never even considered putting them in my plan. All of a sudden, some just landed on my doorstep. So that kind of changes everything. Those things, when they get big, are so beautiful. I can't wait to get them going. So, stand by.
3 hours later.
I planted these in the front, what do you call it? The front flower bed. They're kind of weak. I'm sitting in that hot van. Oh, this nice wet mud. This nice hot sunlight. Rejuvenate them a bit. We'll see. I put the acorn lilies out front on either side of the driveway. Again, we'll see how they fare after the sun comes out and they stand up a little better. I'll film some more tomorrow after they've had a good day.
Tomorrow.
Here I have some queen palms. They're saplings, only 2-3 feet tall. Hope brought to me. They're bare roots. So I've got them in a bag of water, waiting to find out exactly where I want to plant them and how to best plant them, what to put in the ground with them. These grow into very big trees. So these are the ones I gotta pay attention to where I actually put them.
Tomorrow for sure.
My neighbor gave me a bunch of queen palm saplings. So I went around and planted them in the yard. If you haven't seen a queen palm, well, you probably have, you still know what they look like. This is a queen palm. Now these little saplings, of course they're small, but they grow between 4 and 6 feet per year. So these little guys should be about the top of the van by this time next year. So one back here, and you can't really see, but there's one back there in the corner, and another one back over here next to that stupid stray cat that needs to go. Yeah, go. Thank you. So yeah, there's the other one right there. Just a kind of a quick lesson. Those are palmetto palms. This is a date palm. And of course, you know my little guy up front, the sago palm. Now, the guys over there in the corner that look like ferns, those are actually another variety of palm. I forget what they are. But again, those are palmetto palms, as is that. So yeah, I've got lots and lots of palms. It really goes well with the whole tropical thing I'm going for, with the tropical beach house. We'll see.
2 weeks later.
I love the way my lights look at night, especially after it gets dark. We don't want it too dark because we're going on about the landscaping. I've got a mimosa that I had wanted. It was really big before, and I'd wanted to keep it, but when they cleared the land, they cut it down. But mimosas are kind of hard to kill, so it's starting to come back up. It's, we can't know if you can tell scale, it's about 2 feet tall. So the queen palms I had planted, they're, I don't know, doing okay. They're not really that great, but they're not dying at least. So you can see here, I'm on the back side of the house. And I've got 3 of them in a row along the end of the house. I make sure I put them away from the house because they will get big. And I don't want them over the house. I want them at the end of the house. And then you can see out here in the middle, there's 2 more. These 2 are doing actually quite nicely, especially that one. These 2 will grow up nice, and this will be my island eventually. I'll clear this whole middle section out and maybe put some more of this stuff in it. I'd also like to break some of these off and put them around the mailbox. I'll break off some of the sagos and put them on the back side of a couple of them on the back side of the mailbox, kind of corners from one another. Maybe break some of that to put in with it. You see these other little palmetto palms starting to come out. I can dig these out and transplant them when they get a little bit bigger. And then I'll have more of those. Probably over by the edge of the fence. Just to kind of set it off a bit. I put 2 more of the queen palms up by the front of the house. There's one here. And there's one here in the corner. You see I put them away from the sidewalk because, like I said, as they grow, they will get bigger. My sago is still doing well. But all these guys, they're not dead, but they're not doing so well. They got really, really soft sitting in the hot van, and the stalks just kind of collapsed. But as you can see, they're still, you know, nice and green. They're just, they ain't doing so great. Now this one had the red flowers on. This one's a different variety than the others. And it stayed pretty stiff, and you see it's got new growth coming out. So it's doing all right. I hope these guys follow suit. Here's another queen palm up here on this side of the driveway, in line with the other one by the other side of the driveway. As they come up, it's also in line with the one back there in the corner. And then we've got, this is a palmetto palm that I had tried to dig up. And if you look back through my construction videos, you'll see that it was just so much concrete under the ground I couldn't get to it. So they just cut it down, but it's coming back. This pine cone lily, you see it's not only come up, but it's got some new growth coming. And of course the pine cone itself. These smell so good. The one on the other side of the driveway, not so good. Now the flowers themselves, or the seed, or what do they call those things, the pine cones, they're doing nicely, turning red. These guys just won't stand up. But we'll see how they do in the coming, I don't know what period of time. So that's the latest on the landscaping. It's not so great, but give it a minute to kind of settle in. These 2 potted plants up here that look so terrible, these are the ones that were inside on either side of the TV, and they just started turning brown. So I set them outside, and you can see there's new growth starting up in them. So they probably, I imagine, need some just better pots. The old cheap, plain black store one thing didn't look that great in the house. And probably not enough room for the roots. I don't know, but they definitely need better pots. We will see. These 2 queen palms in the backyard, they're not really bad, but they're not doing that great. There's one here and then one back here in the corner of the property. This one's definitely not looking so good, but it's still got a good bit of green in it. We'll see how it does. And then, of course, I love my party lights. Makes for a nice look. I eventually want to put some kind of cover over the patio back here. Just so it's so nice out tonight. It's like 70 degrees. There's a nice breeze blowing. This is a beautiful night to be sitting outside.
2 hours later.
I love the way my house looks at night with the blue lights shining on it. But what I really love is on a night like tonight when it's nice and cool and there's a little breeze blowing. Come around my backyard with the party lights on. And sit out back, enjoy the nice sky, the trees, the plants, and just relaxing. It's a nice quiet neighborhood, nice quiet little town. Like I said, there's a nice little breeze blowing. And the party lights just make it all so pleasant. Yep. Love my happy little town and my nice little tropical beach house.